So we're checking out the JC200 wireless gamepad for the Nintendo Switch. One thing that I think is really awesome about this gamepad is not only does it like have all this really nice RGB color, but it has this like 2-in-1 so you can charge and use it at the same time. By the way, it looks like it does come with a warranty card, which is really cool to see. But the one of the stars of this thing is the awesome design. Like if you want to like trick out your Switch and have this really cool little, you know, really cool controller, you're gonna feel that. Now on the hand, right out of the hand, out of the box, it's not heavy. It's nice and light, which is really good to see. Let me go ahead and take these off right here. The controller itself is really high quality. It feels really good to the touch. The buttons, the haptic feedback right here is really good. Like I'm really liking it. Really clicky, and so that's really good to see. The joysticks feel really good. They feel really smooth. Lot of give, like you can really like give your input and give it really nice. And so right out of the box, I'm really liking how this feels right there. It just feels really good right in the hands. Another thing I want to point out too is that you can feel that this won't like, so sometimes I have an issue where like my hands cramp up with certain controllers, like maybe when I'm using like the Steam Deck, but with this I can feel that it's built and really set up really well with the handles right here. Now there is some extra buttons. If you take a look, we have some extra buttons right here in the back, and then we have more of these buttons right here, and I know that you can absolutely program this too, so it's really cool. Let's go ahead though and set this up with the Nintendo Switch OLED, which is what we have here. Now real quick, we do have the cable, and I didn't highlight that enough, but we do have a really long cable. Actually, let me take this out. If you take a look, this is like really long. It's got this like nice 2-in-1, as you guys can see, so you can really do a lot here with this, and I'm a big fan of that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead now and actually try to get this thing paired up. Now this is a Bluetooth controller, so you're gonna want to pair it up via Bluetooth. So let's go ahead and get to the change grip order. When you're on this screen, it's a little tricky, so you're gonna want to hit that home button 3 seconds. And then we're going to let that thing pair, and then there you have it. It paired right there. So very easy. I want to keep that in mind for you guys because it did take a little bit for me to kind of figure out how to do it. You're not going to want to plug in your Joy-Cons. You're going to want to go ahead and do it exactly the way I just showed it. And that's exactly how you get this thing paired up, which is awesome. Now, using it a little bit further, I do want to showcase or highlight real quick how you can actually have both the actual controller and the Switch at the exact same time with this cable charging. So we can actually charge both, and we'll go ahead and showcase that right now. And there we have it. So we have both of them now plugged in, and they're both charging. So real quick, I just want to go ahead and showcase this. I mean, the controller, as I mentioned, out of the box, it just feels really good. It feels really solid, and I'm really happy with it. We'll do a little gaming right here, but I want you guys to see how this just feels. Another thing I do want to highlight is the buttons are mapped exactly for the Switch. So if you are someone who's used to using the Switch controllers and the way that they're mapped, the buttons, you can feel, you know, safe and rest assured that they are mapped in that way. And then as you guys can take a look, I mean, it feels and looks really good. And so far, just extremely impressed and just loving it. I mean, if you guys take a look, it's just this actually for me, if you take kind of the Joy-Cons, like this controller feels better to me on the hand this way. So I am just really impressed, and so far a really big fan. And one interesting thing about this bag real quick that I just want to showcase, it's the same company that made this controller, so it's really designed with all that in mind. And so this little thing really covers up the screen and keeps it really nice, which I like. You can go ahead and just do something like this, and then you can actually go ahead and attach this, and then you have this whole thing set up. And then if you wanted to put more peripherals, you can. Let's go ahead though and test this controller in a different spot, but so far I gotta say I'm a big fan. And if you want a really nice high quality case, you can absolutely get that with the exact same company that sells this controller. It all designed together, and I really think that's fantastic. All right, and one of the cool things is that because this whole setup is mobile with the case, with the controller, I mean, you can be in the car, you can be playing, you pull this out. I really do like this case. It's really nice. And then you can come in and you can just grab this and just play nice and easy. Let's go ahead and get this turned on. Turn on the controller. And then it just goes like that, and then you're off and you're playing. So this entire setup with this controller, with this case, I mean, it is awesome. Everything's really nice quality, and you can really game really nicely mobile and have a really comfortable controller. and then really just do your thing. So I'm a big fan of this. So if you guys are interested, this has my recommendation. A great case, great controller, and overall I just recommend all of it.